Okay, let's dive into this, because we are looking at a fundamentally changed economic landscape in 2026. And honestly, securing your financial future has just never been more urgent. But hey, here's the good news. While the macro environment out there might look pretty intimidating right now, the tools available to ordinary people to build resilient, highly profitable income streams, they have literally never been more powerful. In this explainer, we're going to unpack exactly how you can build a recession-proof income stream using AI and completely transform how you generate revenue. So it really all starts with this one absolutely critical question. How do you actually build an income stream that thrives when the broader economy is struggling? For decades, the answer was just to work more hours, grab a second job, or penny pinch. But as you'll see from the data in just a minute, those old methods are breaking down. We need a totally new playbook. To get there, here is our quick roadmap for today. We'll cover the 2026 economic reality, decoupling time from output, the 4 income buckets, the affordable AI stack, and finally, the stacking strategy to pull it all together. All right, Section 1, the 2026 economic reality. Let's ground this in some hard facts. Take a look at this number, $570 to $780. That right there is the extra yearly cost the average American household is now paying simply because of tariffs. And this financial pressure, it's compounding everywhere you look. The S&P 500 fell 4.3% in the first quarter. Hiring has dropped to a 6-year low, and unemployment, which was sitting at a comfortable 4.1% back in December 2024, crept up to 4.4% by February 2026. Projections even suggest it might peak at 4.5%. The economic squeeze is very real, and it's hitting us all right in the wallet. Because of this squeeze, a really profound shift is happening right under our noses. 39% of working Americans, we're talking roughly 80 million people here, now report having a side hustle. And if you look at younger folks, the numbers are even wilder. 50% of millennials and a whopping 57% of Gen Z. So if you're feeling the need for extra income, you are absolutely not alone. But here's the catch. The gap between wanting extra cash and actually having it in your bank account isn't a lack of information, it's execution. Which leads us perfectly into Section 2, decoupling time from output. Now, what's really interesting about this is the massive paradigm shift we're seeing. You have to understand the core difference here to make this work. Traditional income, whether that's your 9-to-5 or a classic service side hustle, forces you to trade your hours for dollars. When a recession hits, what happens? Hours get cut, clients disappear, and poof, your income just evaporates. It's so vulnerable. But AI-powered income streams, they operate in a completely different universe. They let you produce way more with less effort, scale up without hiring a single employee, and build resilient assets that just keep generating revenue no matter what the economy is doing. Basically, AI decouples your time from your output. It's a real game changer. The economics backing this up are absolutely crazy. Because AI tools have slashed the cost of starting a service business by 60 to 80%, solo-founded startups surged to 36.3% of all new companies in 2026. Just let that sink in for a second. A solo founder, armed with AI, can now serve vastly more clients than an entire team could a few years ago. We're seeing everyday people quietly pulling in $5,000 to $15,000 a month with 0 full-time staff and often working fewer than 20 hours a week. All right, Section 3, the 4 income buckets. We are opening up the playbook to show you exactly how people are pulling this off. The first bucket is AI automation services. Honestly, this is arguably the most immediate, most lucrative opportunity sitting on the table right now. Think about it. Small businesses are desperate for efficiency to survive an economic downturn, but they have absolutely zero technical expertise to build it. By using no-code platforms like Zapier, Make, and N8N, you can build them custom chatbots and automated workflows to handle their customer support, qualify lead, and manage scheduling. And get this, businesses are happily shelling out $2,500 setup fees plus $400 to $800 monthly retainers for these systems just because it solves their immediate, painful problems. But here is the absolute most crucial point, and this quote hits the nail on the head. Generic AI is dead. You can't just slap together a basic chatbot anymore. Businesses in 2026 demand vertical AI. That means you've got to pick a specific niche. Maybe it's real estate or e-commerce or even local dental clinics. And you train these bots exclusively on that specific industry's data. When you tailor the automation directly to their exact pain points, you deliver a massive ROI. And that makes your service entirely recession-proof. Moving on to the second bucket, AI-powered content creation. Now, content has always been a solid recession-resistant asset.
But AI has totally flipped the economics of making it. Solo creators are leveraging AI to build blogs, newsletters, and video empires that bring in steady income through ads, affiliate links, and digital products. And the magic here? They're doing all this without a proportional increase in their own physical labor. They're essentially building massive digital real estate portfolios all by themselves. A perfect example of this is the explosion of faceless YouTube channels. In high-value niches, think personal finance, insurance, healthcare economics, the revenue per thousand views, or RPM, is hitting anywhere from $18 to $50. By using AI voiceovers, automated editors, and AI scriptwriters, the whole production line basically runs on autopilot. Literally, there are college students running multiple channels right now, bringing in $8,000 to $10,000 a month while they're still going to classes. No way, right? But it's happening. The third bucket is AI consulting and freelancing, and this brilliantly illustrates a great point. You don't actually need to invent a brand new product to succeed. Actually, scratch that. You don't have to invent anything new at all. The most sustainable AI side hustles right now simply take a human skill or domain expertise you already have and pair it with AI tools to massively amplify your speed and market value. Think about freelance copywriters who are using AI to generate first drafts in literally seconds, or social media managers automating complex client reporting, or consultants whipping up custom operational workflows. These folks are absolutely thriving. Because remember, clients aren't paying for raw AI output. They could just get that themselves, right? They're paying for your specific human ability to take that raw AI draft and shape it into polished content or a streamlined system that actually gets business results. And that brings us to the fourth bucket, digital products and passive assets. This is the absolute purest form of passive income. You create something once and you sell it forever. We're talking templates, printables, courses, design kits, sold on marketplaces like Etsy or Gumroad. No inventory, zero shipping, no warehouse. And because AI tools like Canva's Magic Studio and Midjourney can now generate visuals that legitimately rival professional designers, anyone with a laptop and Wi-Fi can build high-quality digital assets and sell them to the whole world. Okay, section 4, the affordable AI stack. Let's look at how incredibly low the barrier to entry is right now. You can literally put together an entire professional, agency-level software stack for under $50 a month. Claude Pro for heavy lifting writing and proposals, that's about $20. Grammarly to polish it all up, free. Canva for your design needs, free tier. Otter.ai for transcribing your client calls, also free. For less than the cost of one decent dinner or a single Uber ride, a solo freelancer has the output capacity that used to require a whole team of people. And beyond just the creation and design side, we have to talk about research. Tools like Perplexity AI are totally revolutionizing efficiency on the back end. Perplexity gives you real-time, deep research with fully cited sources. It is effectively replacing 80% of the time we all used to spend just mindlessly hunting through Google search results. When you stack Claude for writing, Canva for design, Zapier for automation, and Perplexity for research, your productivity goes absolutely through the roof. Let's move to section 5 and see how this builds, the stacking strategy. Here is how you safely scale this up. Here is your specific 4-step game plan. Step 1, start with one stream. Pick a niche, prove the concept, and get it working. Don't try to boil the ocean and do everything at once. Step 2, focus on margin, not motion. Build this for profitability, automate everything you can, and keep more of what you make. Step 3, stack your streams. This is where the magic happens. Your content drives leads to your consulting teaches you what digital products to build, and those passive products fund more automation. And step 4, act now. And I say act now because there's literally a ticking clock on this opportunity. Back in 2024, the tools were democratized. Right now, today in 2026, the high margin window is wide open. The tools are ready, the clients are desperate for help. But listen, this is the last year the market will be this aggressively accessible. By 2027 and 2028, these advantages are going to normalize as mass adoption really takes hold across the board. So what does this all mean for us? The old model of relying on a single job, crossing your fingers for a single paycheck, and leaning entirely on one source of income, it's officially obsolete. It just leaves you way too vulnerable to the whims of the macro economy. The new model, the one that actually builds a fortress around you and your household, is diversified, it's automated, and it is entirely AI-powered. The people leaning into AI right now are on track to grow 5 times faster than those who sit on the sidelines. Recessions might be a fact of life, but financial vulnerability? That's a choice. The ground is shifting incredibly fast beneath us, and the people who adapt today are the ones who are going to thrive tomorrow. So the only question left for you is this. Will you act while the advantage still exists? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. I really encourage you to pick that first income bucket and start building your resilient future today.